When I first started making, I gifted a lot of rich body butters to my friends and family. They were always politely enthusiastic when I gave them to them, but more than once I'd see the jar sitting unused and unloved on a shelf when I was invited for dinner many months later. When I asked my mom about it, she said that the body butter was really just too greasy for her, so she rarely used it. As I've gained formulating experience, I've learned how to make lighter body butters that my friends and family love, and today I'm going to share one such formulation with you. It's non-greasy, natural, can be made for about $2.50 US for 150 grams, and it smells divine. We're going to be making a 300-gram batch of this today, which is enough for 2 or 3 giftable sized jars. The first step in creating this fabulous body butter is weighing out the ingredients for our 2 heated phases. You'll need 174.9 grams of distilled water. This hydrates our skin and keeps the body butter relatively light. Including water in the formulation means we'll need an emulsifier and a preservative to ensure the body butter doesn't split or grow mold, but more on that later. You'll need 15 grams of sodium lactate. This is a fabulous humectant that moisturizes the skin and helps keep the final pH of the formulation in a good place. 12 grams of Propanediol 1,3 further increases the moisturizing properties of the formulation and helps boost preservative performance. And 3 grams of panthenol, also known as vitamin B5, adds some skin-soothing benefits, making this body butter perfect for winter skincare. We're able to include these 3 skin-loving, water-soluble ingredients because this is an emulsified formulation. The heated oil phase is also just 4 ingredients. 18 grams of Ritamulse SCG is our natural emulsifier, so this is what brings the oil and water phases together. 24 grams of cocoa butter brings some star chocolatey goodness to this formulation. I'm not using more because too much can make the body butter harden up over time. You'll need 39 grams of a relatively lightweight liquid oil. I'm using apricot kernel oil, but you could easily swap this out for something like sunflower oil, sweet almond oil, safflower oil, or grapeseed oil. This liquid oil adds richness to the body butter without making it harden up. And lastly, 9 grams of moisturizing cetyl alcohol boosts body and slip, ensuring this formulation feels buttery and glides over the skin. The 2 heated phases in this formulation is why this body butter is hydrating and non-greasy. It's an emulsified body butter containing both beautiful butters and oils and skin-loving, water-soluble ingredients, and of course, water. Emulsified body butters are a bit trickier to make than non-emulsified body butters, but don't worry, this formulation makes it easy. Up next, we will combine the ingredients for our 2 heated phases in 2 separate beakers or heat-resistant glass measuring cups. Make sure the beaker you put your oil phase in is large enough to hold the head of your immersion blender. Before we move on to heating, weigh the water phase and note that weight so you can replace any water lost to evaporation during heating. Now we need to heat the heated phases so we can combine them. We won't get very far if the emulsifier and cocoa butter are still solid. I'm using my hot plate on low to do this, but you could also use a water bath. While our phases are heating, I want to take a moment to tease a lightweight partner formulation for this hot chocolate body butter. It's a hot chocolate body milk that uses the same ingredients as this body butter, but is really lightweight, fluid, and fast absorbing. It's perfect for warmer climates, so if you live somewhere where Christmas isn't a cold winter holiday, that's great, or if you're just someone who likes lighter weight skincare. The hot chocolate body milk formulation is a patron exclusive and is available right now on my Patreon to my $10 and up patrons. You can learn more and join my wonderful patron community at patreon.com/MarieRama. Once everything in the oil phase has melted and both phases are roughly the same temperature, we're ready to emulsify. Weigh the water phase and using some preheated distilled water, top the water phase back up to its preheat weight. Pour the water phase into the oil phase. Stir the mixture and then grab your immersion blender and blend for about 3 minutes. Make sure you start slow so you don't spray hot product everywhere. Once the mixture has started to gain a bit of viscosity, switch to hand stirring. It'll still be pretty thin at this point in time, but don't worry, it will thicken up. Hand stir constantly until you notice some thicker bits coming up on the spatula, and then blend for another 20 to 30 seconds. Scrape out the head of your blender and then continue stirring occasionally until the body butter is barely warm to the touch. How long it'll take your body butter to cool down will really depend on your batch size, so if you have scaled this down to a 100-gram batch, this will happen faster, and if you have scaled it up to a larger batch, it will take longer. For more information on how to scale this formulation up or down, please make sure you're reading the completely free partner blog post, which is linked in the description box below this video. All of my formulation videos have partner blog posts that are packed with extra information to help you be the best formulator you can be. Once the body butter has cooled down to room temperature, it's time to add our last few lovely ingredients. We'll weigh our cool down phase into a small dish. You'll need 3 grams of Euxyl K903, and this is our natural preservative. If you'd like to use something else, please check out the free partner blog post for more information. 0.9 grams of vitamin E helps delay rancidity, and 0.6 grams of allantoin adds some more moisturizing, skin-soothing oomph to the formulation. Perfect for winter skincare. And our last ingredient is a scent ingredient at 0.6 grams. For a natural option, you can use cocoa absolute, which smells divinely chocolatey, but even at this really low usage rate, it ends up being the most expensive ingredient in the formulation. So if you want something cheaper, you can use a chocolatey scented fragrance oil, or you can just use a little bit more water because the cocoa butter will impart a lovely chocolatey scent to the formulation. Once you've weighed out all of the cool down ingredients, add a dollop of body butter to the little dish, whisk to combine, and then scrape and stir that mixture back into the parent batch. The last thing we need to do before packaging this body butter up is check the pH with our pH meter to make sure that it's in a good place for our skin and our preservative. The pH should fall in the 5 to 5.5 range. If it's lower than 4.5, you'll want to raise it, and if it's higher than 6, you'll want to lower it. For more information on pH testing and adjusting, please read the free partner blog post. I've included lots of helpful links in it. Once we've confirmed that the pH of the body butter is good, it's time to package it up. I recommend some sort of a wide-mouthed jar or tub for this formulation because it's far too thick to work well in a pump top bottle. The clear jars I'm using here hold about 150 milliliters each, and they were a gift from Humblebee. And now you know how to make a gorgeous, natural, emulsified body butter that's perfect for holiday gifting or keeping for yourself. If you'd like to learn more about natural emulsion making, including pH testing, you need to watch this video next. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye.